Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Oh, one moment. And enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Neighbor here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you mounts Wood of the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you. Let's play episode of 1DateDanger, Traits Path. So let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. You said this is only about 30 minutes of content, but this is definitely more than 30 minutes. Okay. I walk into the art room. There's some people in here, but I don't see Trait anywhere. I leave before anyone can ask me any questions. I can hear some distant voices in a room down the hallway. Leave me alone, please. The door is slightly cracked open. I peek into the room. Oh. Come on, man, just hear me out. Let's talk about this like adults. No, dude, I'm sick of your shit. Trait, listen to me. You know that big tournament is coming up in the next few weeks. If we win, we'll be competing in the state tournament. We haven't been to state in like 3 years. This would be huge. We were all set until Damien broke his other leg. You're a good mathlete, man. We need someone like you. I'm not doing that again. You think you can just do all that shit to me and Stony, then ask me to rejoin your stupid nerd club? Well, yeah, why not? You had some genuine talent with us, then you gave all it up to hang out with your loser friend. He's probably making you dumber. Do you even remember what if statements are? I feel like I should say something, but I don't want Cossett to hack me or anything. My password has been password on everything for like 15 years. Yep, yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Trait? Trent Reznor! What's going on here? Oh, it's the new kid. Hey, new kid, you should help me convince Trait to rejoin Mathletes. He might actually listen to you. What? Don't talk to them. Just get the hell out of here. Damn, bro, chill. You really have turned into Stony, deciding which of your friends can be friends with me. Trait seems to be stuck. What should I do? Stick up. Cossett, seriously, fuck off. Trait obviously doesn't want anything to do with you for a reason. Instead of forcing it, you should think about why you've driven him away like this. Whatever, dweebs. Cossett shoves his hands in his pockets and walks out of the music room. One of his other hands is flipping us off. Thank you, Trent. Whenever something like this happens, I just lock up and can't say anything to defend myself. If you don't mind me asking, do you and Cossett have some sort of history? Yeah. Well, Cossett and I used to be friends, kind of. In high school, I wanted to try joining an after-school activity, and I liked math, so I became a mathlete. Cossett was the captain of the team, so I was spending a lot of time with him. Eventually, Stony found out that I was hanging out with Cossett a lot, even outside of our meets, and it really upset him. I didn't know that Cossett had bullied Stony so much. If I did, I would have never hung out with him. I felt terrible. I didn't mean to hurt him like that. Stony has forgiven me for it, but Cossett is really weird about everything. I mean, I was pretty good for the team, so he wants me back because of that. But it's also like he can't process how someone would want to hang out with Stony instead of him. Sometimes I feel kind of bad for him. He only thinks about popularity and cliques. He doesn't have a real understanding of true friendship. Coffee time. You should sort things out with Cossett. Maybe one of these days you could try to make up with Cossett. You could give him another chance to redeem himself, and you could make him understand what friendship is supposed to be. I don't know about that. Stony was really messed up about all the stuff Cossett put him through. I care a lot about him. I don't want to try to bring someone who hurt him so much back into our lives after we've tried so hard to get him out. Maybe we try that later on Stony's terms? I see. Sorry that I involved you in all this. It's okay. It's okay, Trait. It sucks to watch someone you were friends with become a complete stranger. But it's not your fault, and you don't have to deal with it all on your own. You always know what to say. I feel bad about ditching the club the day before the festival, but I want to go up to my room now. I don't feel so good. Don't feel bad. You should go up and get some rest. You already work so hard, I'm sure everyone will understand. Yeah, you're right. Thanks again, Trent Reznor. I'll see you later. And there we have it, folks. Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails, solving all of his friends' problems. What a guy. Trait walks away without another word, though I'm worried about him. I know there isn't much I can do right now except leave him alone and wait for him to come to me. I feel like I got closer to Trait today, and I'm starting to understand why Mark called him a campus heartthrob. Speaking of which, it's time for Mark to tell me how I did. Hi. Hi. What? This is the first time Trait has texted me. Quick, what do I say? Hi, Trait. Hey. Hi. What was his message? Hi. Okay, so don't get too weird. Be like, hi. There you go. Perfect. I'm trying to match his energy here. Or was I giving more energy? Do I look desperate? I'm sorry for messaging so late, but you should come to my room. Just you and me. Oh, God. Sure. I'll be right over. With every minute that passes as I walk to Trait's room, I get more and more anxious. A guy has never invited me to his room before. I've gotten chill out before I get there, so I've got to chill out before I get there so he doesn't think I'm weird. Heh. I'm so glad you came. I know it's not much, but make yourself at home. Oh, don't worry, this is so cozy. Are you feeling better? Oh, I'm okay. I just get like this sometimes, you know? I'll get all sad and have to throw myself into bed and lay there for a good long while until I'm better again. And now you're here, I'll start feeling even better. Well, you know, I'm always here for you. I'm happy that Trait trusts me to help lift his spirits up, but I also wonder why he'd invite me instead of Stony. Invite me instead of Stony. One second, y'all. Stony coming? Is Stony coming? That seems like a nice way to ask. Oh, no, it'll just be you and me tonight. Stony seemed pretty busy and I don't want to bother him. And it seemed like he was in a good mood. I don't want to bring him down. I see. It's okay, Trait. This cassette stuff must suck ass. It's not just the cassette stuff. Every year when this day rolls around, it's always a difficult one for me. Even though I try really hard not to let it get to me, it's always bad. The air in the room feels like it's thickening up. I can't tell what's on Trait's mind. Why is today always a bad day for him? Is he superstitious or something? Hey. Oh, when you say you're always there for me, do you mean it? What kind of question is that? I'm starting to get nervous. Of course. I want to tell you something then. As long as you're sure you want to hear about it. It's not happy or fun or anything good at all. Tell me. You can tell me, Trait. If you need an ear, I'll listen. Okay. Trait nods and prepares himself to speak. When I was a kid, something really, really bad happened to me. I don't remember a lot from, my early childhood, but I remember this like it was yesterday. It was the day before New Year's Eve. I was 6 years old. My mom and dad were both senior scientists at the super advanced research... I feel like this is a superhero origin story. I don't know all the details, but this lower-level intern found a rock on the beach somewhere and brought it in for testing. It had compounds that had never been seen before. It was pretty serious. They put all their best people in charge of it, including my parents. I would stay with them at the lab because they would work really late and I wasn't allowed to be home by myself. And they wanted me to be a senior scientist just like them one day, so they wanted me to get as much experience in the lab as possible. That day I was entertaining myself as long as I could in the lab until I got super bored and went to go see what they were doing. And there was an accident. These two guys were in this experiment pod. They were messing with the rock, and I walked up next to my dad who was observing behind some glass, and suddenly... Trace's voice starts to shake. It exploded. It killed both of them in an instant. I watched it happen. It was so loud that my ears were ringing, and it was leaking this weird gas. I didn't get out of the way in time. It hit me too. These large bits of the rock struck me and knocked me unconscious, not to mention all that glass. They thought I was dead too, but, well, as you can see, I survived. I was severely injured and was kept in a medical wing in the lab for weeks. Eventually the injuries had healed for the most part, but I didn't get to leave. Recovery was abnormally quick, so they ran some tests to figure out why that was. When the gas from the rock entered my system, the lights in his mask go off, which makes it infinitely more difficult to read his expression. I don't know for sure, but his unstable breathing makes me think that he started crying under his mask. Stony is a superhero? It completely changed major parts of my biological makeup. It mutated me, and that's why I have all these weird abilities. They kept me in that lab, quarantining me, studying me. I don't know what was happening. I thought maybe it's a game or a test, and I was so sure I'd be able to get out and go home soon. But days turned to weeks, weeks turned to months, months turned to years. They would experiment on me, they'd inject me with drugs, wouldn't tell me what they were, and watch what would happen. They would ask me to do all these tasks to see how well I performed. Eventually they told me they wanted to train me to my full potential, and my parents were in charge of the whole thing. They oversaw everything that those people did to me. were supposed to protect me, and I just wish that there could be one thing in my life that was normal. I'm a freak, Trent Reznor, and I envy anyone who got to live a normal life. Trait stops, his tense arms falling limp to his sides as if he's given up. The silence is only filled with quiet sobs. Oh. I love that you're a freak. You're not a freak. I love that you're... Let's see what that one does. You know what? Maybe you are a freak, and that's okay. There's so much more to you than what happened to you. It doesn't define who you are as a person. All it does now is show how strong you are for living through it. It's okay to still struggle with it. You have people in your life who love you for who you are, quirks, problems, and all, and will always be there to help. It's better to accept how it is. It's better to accept how it is than to spend all this time wishing things were different. Does that include you? Trait reaches his hand forwards and puts it on top of mine. I can't stop the blush from creeping onto my face. Would you love me for who I am, regardless of all my issues? Yes, Trait, of course. His fingers shift, slowly until our fingers interlock. He leans his shoulder onto mine and settles himself into a weird pseudo-cuddle. Neither of us dares to move another muscle or say another word. The silence is long, but comfortable. After a while, Trait perks up. What time is it? I check my phone. A little after midnight. Oh man, sorry. I didn't mean to keep you up so late. Especially the festival tomorrow. I have honestly completely forgot about the festival. It's okay, don't worry. This has been good. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you being here. I give him a warm smile. Of course. Good night, Trait. Night-night, Trent Reznor. I walk back to my room. Even after he's gone, all I can think about is Trait. I'm getting so excited thinking about going to the festival tomorrow and seeing him. If I weren't so tired, I probably would have not been able to sleep because of it. Mark has been silent tonight. I wonder if he's celebrating the progress I've made with Trait. I finally close my eyes. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Alrighty, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to have a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you going but above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. And thanks to our 3 gold tier patrons, Zeke, Toby, and Blue Wolf Alpha. Y'all are awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work content as little as $5. And if y'all don't want to donate to our Patreon, you can donate using Super Thanks on YouTube. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!